program focused on artificial intelligence and emerging technologies. His impact in the education and training sector is remarkable. He has counseled over 18,000 candidates, conducted 300 plus career seminars across Maharashtra, and lead AI awareness session for professionals from diverse domains, including HR, CA, and MBA background. Beyond his corporate achievement, Mr. Dadekar is also committed to social innovation. He is currently working on a CSR initiative to prompt AI awareness among school-level students, preparing the next generation to be AI literate from an early age. Sir, it's truly a privilege to have you with us today.
Thank you, ma'am.
So we look forward to gaining valuable insight from your experience and to understand how prompt engineering can transform teaching, learning, and innovation in education. So I welcome once again, sir. Now over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Let me set up my system. Let me just share my screen. I hope I'm audible to you guys.
Yes, sir.
Can anyone
Yes.
acknowledge?
You're audible. Voice is clear, sir. Wait a minute. Huh?
Yeah, can anyone acknowledge that I'm audible?
Sorry, sir.
Okay. So, first of all, thanks, ma'am, for inviting me on this platform. First time I have been to FDP, wherein I can see a huge turnaround. Almost 400 people are attending this particular session. As of now, I have given the FDP at many places, and maximum participation was around 40 or 50. But first time I'm witnessing a huge audience. So it's great to see that. Uh, yes, we have this particular topic today, which is very close to me, which is very close to our company as well. Uh, so in this particular session, I will try to, coming from the industry background, I will try to give you a more relevant information how these technologies are currently being used in various companies. So I'll start. Don't mind me, checking multiple system because due to certain reason, I have to connect from phone as well, and at the same time, my PPT is in laptop. So that's the reason I have to check both the screen. But I'll try to manage it somehow. So fine. So I have been into AI from past almost, you can say, from 2018. And we are majorly into the AI skill development in Mumbai. You can say the majority of corporate companies are coming to us for AI related training. To start with, we have given training to Indian Railways on AI. We are given training to HDFC Bank, Kotak Mahindra. So at various places, we have given these trainings. So till last almost 3 to 4 years, many companies were behind this AI. But now recently, I have seen the trend probably from once the Chat GPT and the AI has exploded. We have seen the trend that even common people now wants to learn this. Uh, Now it is our duty, being coming from the academic background, it is our duty to educate people in a right manner. Majority of times, what I observe that people are still not aware uh, what exactly they need to update themselves or what exactly they need to learn when it comes to AI. So I'll just give you one small example which happened today only. I was discussing with someone. Uh, he has he's my friend, and his daughter is doing TY BCom. He's studying BCom. So he said that Swapnil, I want to learn. My daughter wants to learn AI. So I asked him like, when you are saying AI, what exactly you want to or she wants to learn? So he was not very clear. He only said that no, no, AI is coming and it is very booming now. So I want her to learn AI. So when we get such request, we usually ask them various question like about their qualification, about their intention in future, what exactly they want to do, and based on that, we I suggest them that she need to do this or she need to do that. So it is that AI is very huge. So this is my second slide. If you see, we have to have a very clear and distinct uh, understanding between the traditional AI and Gen AI. So I have mentioned here one particular case scenario. Suppose you have made a system where a customer can directly interact with your chat GPT and he's asking a question. Customer is directly interacting with your bot, and customer is asking a question to the company's bot, like what are your working hours? So now that bot, what it will do, it will try to go into the database, and whatever the answer which is stored, uh, it will reflect that. That is, our working hours are between 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. This is a standard system what we see in AI. There are various features nowadays into this. So this AI system is being built by a technical people. This AI system is being built by people who are coming from coding background or a different background. But a generative AI is something where we ask a query, and that particular system, that particular model is creating altogether a new data. Like you can see in generative AI, I mentioned about the example. Can you draft me an email to my manager asking for a leave tomorrow? So this particular information is not now stored in any GPT model which we are using. It is creating at that same time when we are asking it. So this is, we called it as a generative AI because it generates totally a new data. So it can be, when I'm saying data, it can be your text, it can be Excel, it can be image, video, anything for a matter. Whatever we are asking, it can generate the same thing. So that is generative AI. Today we are here to explore more about generative AI. Today we are here to explore more about how industry they are using Gen AI and how our students they should they should be aware of this particular technology. In meanwhile, even I'll give you, while I'm explaining certain topics, I'll even give you a case scenarios how even our company they changed our we changed our hiring system, and we changed our induction system. Induction system in the sense when someone is joining, we have almost 5 days training program for a new joining. Earlier, our training program used to be a domain specific, like a salesperson is coming. So a sales team is giving them information. Similarly, any accounts person is coming. So account person is giving information. But now in 5 days, half day we have kept for a Gen AI related tools, wherein by default, person coming from any background, we are giving them a Gen AI related trainings. We want our workforce to work smart. We don't want anyone to work as per the old books, because nowadays time is money. So that is the reason all these tools are heavily used in industry. Uh, in last 1 year, I would say we got almost 42 requests from various companies asking for only one training, that is generative AI. So that is the importance, how the companies, they are changing their focus, and how this has been useful. We will study that as well. So let's move on to the next slide. I get this question majority times. Uh, AI is coming, so probably our job is at risk, or maybe AI is going to kill certain jobs. I don't know whether you are aware. Today there was a news. 15% of HR from Amazon. 15% of HR from Amazon are being laid off today only. This news is just started reflecting on Google 6 to 7 hours before. Maybe 2 to 3 weeks before, we heard about TCS laying off almost 20,000 employees. TCS laying off 20,000 employees, majorly two reasons. One, we already know about the recent the Trump the trade war which is going on. But the second major reason which is coming up, they call it as a company restructuring or the resource restructuring. But what resources they have downsized is majorly the initial level people, which can be easily replaced by all these tools, or we can say the automations. So when AI is coming in very large way, we need to assure to a people that what kind of roles are at risk. So the roles which involve a repetitive task, rule-based tasks, which can be easily done by any coding platform. So these roles are getting simply replaced. These role will have a no value in coming 8 to 10 years. I don't know whether you have observed this thing. This has already started. I still remember almost 4 to 5 years before, when my I have to talk to my SIM service provider, suppose Airtel. I used to call their customer service, and I used to get all the requests done. But nowadays they have created one app. They already have that app, Airtel Thanks app. And if you have to do any request, there is a bot coming up. It asks certain questions initially, and if that bot gets information about what is your problem statement, and if that is not within, then it will assign to a customer care. Almost with this practice, I read somewhere that almost they have downsized their 80% of customer care people. Earlier, it was like a different language, a different person was there, but nowadays we don't see that much. So jobs which are very much repetitive and it can be replaced by AI, that is only going to be at risk. So what jobs are definitely not going to uh, disappear? The jobs which are, I would say, I always say that logic, the jobs which are based on logic, the jobs which are based on decision making, jobs which are creative, these jobs cannot be replaced. In fact, it will be transformed. Uh, as we are coming from academic background, you all are coming from academic background. I can see that your name is also there. Teachers and trainers definitely that job is not going to be disappear, but for sure it has to be transformed. Why? Because we are the one who creates the generation. We are the one who creates a manpower, or I will say the skilled manpower for the industry. And industry is adopting AI like anything. Yesterday, I don't know whether you guys follow these AI related industry happenings, but I follow it vigorously because it is part of my part of my work. Yesterday only Google has announced that it is going to invest almost $30 billion, one of the biggest investment in India, and it is they are going to create their the very high performing data centers. They call it as an AI center. So if companies are going to invest, but obvious they want a manpower who is skilled enough, and that is the reason we all should know how industry is moving ahead, and we have it is our duty to give them a very relevant information. So I hope by now it is very clear to you that what is traditional AI, what is Gen AI, what kind of jobs are going to be vanished, and what kind of job going to be changed in coming future. So in short, repetitive jobs definitely at risk, but decision making and creative jobs are going to transform. So yes, so today's topic is prompt engineering. We started hearing about this word from last, I would say, 2 to 3 years before. I heard it, this word first time in 2022. How I heard there is small story behind it. So what happened that I was in my office, and I got a call from one of the student. He said that I have one project, and not me, my team member, she got a call, and she said that sir, student is very much behind the behind us to take their project and do it. So we took the information. He said that he's doing certain MS from US, and his university has given certain assignment. It was basically an SQL database. So usually we do not entertain such thing because our manpower is very much limited, and we always want to ensure that manpower is going for corporate trainings. So we do not do such things. So we clearly denied. We said that we don't do, but he was very much behind, very much persuasive. So what happened that uh, in between the trainer was there, and she was hearing what we were discussing. So she said that just ask him to send the questions. So we got the questions from him. We got the project details from him, whatever he wants to do. And my trainer, she came in just 10 to 15 minutes, and she said that everything is ready, sir. We can give him the output. So I was a little bit surprised. Like I said that this guy who is doing MS from good university, he is not able to do it. So how you had done it from here, and that too in just 10 minutes. So she said that, sir, I have used ChatGPT, and that was the first instance where I learned about ChatGPT. That was the time, it was just, I would say that it was just launched, and not many people were knowing it. So still, I was not very much convinced. I said that just show him the output and just see whether he wants that only. So we done a quick Zoom call, and we showed him the output. He said, I want exactly this thing. You just give me this particular code. I'm ready to pay you any amount what you are saying. You will not believe, guys. We quoted him almost 25,000. This is story of 2022, and he immediately paid. So what is happening here, if you see, even though he is also coming from engineering background, but he was not knowing about this particular technology, which costed him maybe a huge amount. 25,000 is very huge amount. But for us, it was a very simple task to do this. And, because we have hardly invested our 20 to 30 minutes all together into this particular conversation. So technology can be like this. There are many such cases. We because of Chat GPT, people they have used and they have earned. So here, when any technology it comes, always a first mover they get advantage. First mover in the sense the people who adopt it fast. Now, if you see now there is a trend. This trend is they all are follower. So they are not going to be a first mover. So we have to ensure that a technology, like when we are interacting with our student, we have to ensure that we are encouraging them to go for a new technology. Whatever which is coming, they are hearing, we have to encourage them to go and learn. So this is what a best example Yeah, I hope I'm audible. Can anyone acknowledge? Okay, fine. Thank you. Yeah. So the screen is visible to you guys? Okay, fine. So yeah, so let's continue. What is prompt engineering? So it is a science of communicating with the AI model. That means there will be any sort of AI model in front of you, and how you need to communicate. That is called as prompt engineering. So AI model can be anything. It can be your Chat GPT, Gemini, Claude. It can be your Microsoft tools. It can be anything. You have to assume that your prompt is like a code, because your computer it understand only the binary languages. But AI model has simplified your work. Not everyone can write a code. So you write in your own language, it will automatically understand and it will give the output. So we need to ensure that our prompts are very much rich. We cannot give a very basic prompt and rely on the answer which is which we are receiving from this GPT model. Majority times, student or even the I seen people they do not use uh, Chat GPT in a way that that has to be used. We see that. Uh, I'm just making my screen visible. Just wait. Okay. So so your prompt has to be very much be it has to be in such a way that we are getting the desired output in very less time. That is very important. So let's see about this. in detail.
Yeah, student, can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. You can continue.
fine, fine. I'm so sorry, participant. Actually, there was some problem with the system. So I hope I'm audible and my screen is also visible.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, okay, yeah. Thanks, ma'am. Thanks for acknowledging. So I have to close my video, but fine. Yeah. So why prompt engineering it matters? It matters because it not only matters to you people, as it is mentioned only for educator. It matters for everyone because it gives you very fast result. It gives you a very accurate information in no time. So that is the reason everyone should be aware about the prompt engineering. When we are saying engineering, it is not only for engineer background. Prompt engineering is for everyone. Like how Google came almost in 2005, 6, I still remember. So that time people they were not using Google much. We were directly putting the website and we were getting the desired result. But Google has changed everything. But still, I see that people are not able to use Google very well. This is the story of, I will say, the today's generation as well. 2 days before, I asked someone to the intern. We hired intern, and we asked that get me an information about the autonomous colleges in Mumbai. I asked him that do Google search and get me a list of colleges. A simple task I given autonomous colleges in Mumbai. She came up with a list of colleges. And she said that, sir, these are the list of colleges. So around 10 to 12 colleges were there in front of me. When I saw that, I realized that these are not the autonomous colleges. I was specifically asking for autonomous colleges. So I said that how we are done. She said, I just put autonomous colleges in Google, in autonomous colleges in Mumbai, and whatever the result I got, I put it in front of you. So what is happening here? Google is just trying to divide your sentences, and it has not given result for autonomous colleges in Mumbai. It has given result of colleges in Mumbai. It is a list of colleges in Mumbai they have given. So this is very important here to understand that how we can get a desired output from a system. And that's the reason I always say this prompt engineering is also for everyone. And it is our duty to explain them how to use these models very well. Fine. So let's move on to the next slide. So these are the types of prompts. Your prompts are always divided into three types. It is zero prompt, few shot prompts, and role-based prompts. So let's see one by one what are these prompts altogether. So when we are saying zero shot prompts, uh, it is like we are not giving any case studies, any examples to our platform. It is we are not giving any information to our GPT. We are simply asking a question like what could be a capital of France. So here we get response maybe in one line, and whatever the information it has, we get information in that manner. So it is zero shot prompt. So zero shot prompt has certain pros and certain cons. They are highly used. If you see that in Chat GPT, majority of prompts are zero shot prompts. They are very fast. Means your GPT model do not require to process anything. It can be very fast. Uh, it requires very low effort. Why? Because my query is very simple. I do not have to do much more think around. So this is very low effort prompt. Majorly, it is used for a general knowledge or very simple task. So that is a zero shot prompt. So when you have to use it simply in a straightforward task, general queries, and a situation where you required a very quick answers. But when you required something which is very complex, zero shot prompt can give you a wrong information. Like we had a case of Google story. So if suppose you have very complex information which is required, so that is where we have to have a few shots prompt. In few shots prompt, what exactly we are doing? We are first training our model. We are first telling it that you have to do something for this industry. You have to get me a document, something like this, or my manager has given me a revert and he has asked me about the product information and the comparison. So get me that particular information. So that is a few short prompts where I give many examples, I give many input, and first I'm training my model, and then I'm waiting for the output. So that is a few short prompts. A third, what we have seen is the role-based prompts. So role-based prompts are majorly we guys use, majorly people who are very much technical, they will use. So role-based prompts are something like where we are asking AI model to consider that you have to revert, you have to give an output for this particular persona or for this particular profession. That means today I'm going to explain a simple algebra math to my 10-year-old daughter. So kindly create a questionnaire, a 10 questionnaire along with the answers. So now that persona has been created, that I need to explain this concept to a 10-year-old daughter. And accordingly, a question or the MCQ or the test will be set. So we call it as an educational role. Creative roles are something where we are asking a GPT model to be a little bit creative. We are telling that be a storyteller and be a storyteller to the audience of first standard, and get me a story of EVS topic like water preservation, or we can say the water saving, something like that. Now we are unlocking the imaginatory part of GPT model, and that is how it will give you an output which is more in creative. Expert role based can be something like consider we are giving this prompt to a medical we are giving this prompt to a GPT. We are saying that consider yourself as a medical researcher and get me a clinical data studies for this particular disease. I need to give this for US FDA approval. So also see their approval rules so that everything, whatever you are giving me output, it should fall as per the template of US FDA. So these are the expert roles, wherein now we are telling him that be an expert of the medical side. Service roles are something like my customer has sent me an email asking for a clarification, and study my website, study my product, and give a right response for this particular mail. So this is service based roles. So these are just example how we can do a role based prompting, how it has to be done. If you observe, your prompt should have certain bare minimum things which has to be there. We will come to that probably in next slide, what ideal prompts are like. But before that, we'll see how this prompt engineering has been evolved. Or rather, I will say how your prompts are getting generated, how a best prompt is getting generated. Your best prompt, for me, a best prompt is something which gives me a best output. If I'm not getting a best output, I need to change it over the period. So at the end of the day, the prompt which is giving me a best output, that is the the best prompt. So we cannot get a best prompt probably in first attempt only. That prompt has to go in these particular 3 steps. The first step is design phase, second is guidance phase, and third is optimization phase. Now, design phase is something where we are initiating that particular discussion. We are initiating a particular prompt. Now, how that prompt it should be that you have to define your goal clearly. You have to set the role, like who is your target audience or for whom you are going to get the output. You have to structure your prompt very logically, like you have to give more details. You have to give output format that you want output in Excel or something like that. If possible, you have to give more more examples. Any of my prompt, I always give 2 to 3 examples. Even you have to mention constraints in the sense majority time what we observe that these GPT model, it gives us an output which is very long. And then again, it is a task to find the right information from that. So I always ensure that I am putting a limitations as well, that I want probably majorly in very simplest manner. It should be not more than 2 to 3 paragraphs. If suppose I want list in output format, I will always mention, give me only list. Do not explain me about the topics. So I only get a list. And based on this, you have to anticipate the output, like what output it can give. So this is how your design phase or your first prompt, it altogether becomes. So, so down you can see the example. I tried to put a basic example. A scenario is like we want our model, GPT model, to explain SQL to a beginners.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry to interrupt. However, your voice isn't clearly audible enough. Could you please
Is it,
speak a bit louder, if
yeah.
possible?
Is it better, ma'am?
No, sir. Actually, on the mobile devices, it's quite clear. However, I feel on the desktop and laptop devices, it isn't clear that much.
No problem. Let me just
Yeah.
connect.
Please check.
Is it better now? Is it better? Fine.
Not yet, sir.
Just wait. Yeah. Is it better? Can anyone acknowledge?
Yes, yes.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Fine. So, yeah, we were discussing about the design phase of prompt. So we were discussing about this particular example where we are simply want SQL joins. I want to explain it to a beginners. So my goal is explain SQL join in a simple and clear way. Role, act as a data analyst. When I'm saying explain SQL joins, now this is a little bit technical. I hope like you guys are with me on this. So when I'm saying explain SQL joins, SQL joins can be used by very different people. Like for a developer, it can be a different thing. For data analyst, it can be a different thing. My target audience who is in front of me is data analyst. So that's the reason I have clearly defined the role. A structure I have defined. They start with definition, then list type, so that okay. I hope the voice is quite clear with everyone. Fine. So that is how I need to design my first prompt, right? So when I'm done with the first, we go to the next level, that is guidance phase. So in guidance phase, what exactly we do? We try to give a more content. We give more directions to our prompts, like how our prompt should behave. We try to give more examples, and we try to even set a tone of our prompts. So maybe your first and the second prompt, it can be the same as well. Someone who is using the prompts heavily, like for me, my first and second prompts, what we have learned is almost same. But a difference majorly is when we are optimizing our prompts. Optimizing means now I have already got the result. Now I had to check, I had to review the output, whether the result what I have got is as per the, as per the response what I'm looking for. If there is any gap, I just need to, change my prompt accordingly. I have to refine a prompt wording based on the what output I may get. I had to continuously iterate it. And that is the reason. That is the reason we have to, again change our prompt. So for some people, it can be maybe a 3 to 4 attempts, but for some people, it can be a majorly a 2 attempts. In 2 attempts, they can get a desired output. Do not expect that whatever output you are getting in first attempt is the correct. For that purpose, I have explained you this thing, that your prompt has to go through these 3 phases, then only you get the desired output. So how to craft an effective prompt? You have to be very specific, give more examples. Roles play a very important role, and you have to iterate it. I hope I'm audible now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because there was a message that voice is low. Fine. So I hope we understood how these particular prompts are getting, yeah, fine. Thank you. How these prompts are getting optimized. So for an educator like you, I have written certain prompts here, like which kind of prompts you may use, quiz generation, step-by-step solutions for certain questions. So all these prompts can be used by you. I remember one funny incident. Last month I was in one of the college in Mumbai, and I was actually Litech India. They are also into academic partnerships where we like colleges completely outsource their department to us. So there was one client, and we were there for a meeting. So we were discussing about like what could be the possible work which Litech India need to do, like what we need to do and what college will be doing. So we were discussing about those things. So I asked the question to ma'am that, ma'am, who will set the paper? A simple question I asked, ma'am, who will set the paper? Who like whose responsibility it would be? So ma'am, in funny way, she said that the paper will be set by ChatGPT. So this is how technologies are already in use. Only thing is we have to ensure that we are using it in a very right manner. So people coming from academic background like you have to use a GPT model, a various model. Like I'll even give you the certain GPT models at the end of this particular session. But we have to use these GPT models heavily. We just don't have to rely only on Chat GPT. You have to explore, whatever models which is coming in front of us. Fine. So a good prompt is something which has role, which has task, context, format, extra examples. So all that thing plus the tone. A tone is very important because it will set, like, if suppose you want to do a very casual discussion, so you have to ensure that uh, the tone is already set. So example like act as a computer science professor. So it is a role. Create a 2-hour lab exercise. So this is a task. A lab exercise is the context. Python file handling for beginners. For beginners is the tone. Like now, I'm giving example to my GPT model that create a lab exercise for a beginners, so that it should not give a very high end, scenarios. And now I'm giving examples, include learning objectives, code, and expected output. So this is how a rich prompt it looks like. Uh, and like I mentioned that we have to have at least 2 to 3 prompt phases, then only we get the desired output. So this is how a good prompt is all about. So there are certain real world case studies which is being used nowadays. We all know about, we know that there is a bot system. Every company they are deploying, they are creating this bot using LLM. Even I heard that there is one a pharma company. Now they earlier they used to call their MR people. MR the people who sell the medicine to a doctors. So whenever there is launch of new medicine, they used to call all the MR in one hotel. Their training is being done about the new drug or new medicine, and then that MR used to go and they used to sell it to a doctors. But they had simply created a, a private LLM for that particular drug which is getting launched, and that access has been given to all MR. And they said that now whatever questions in your mind, you ask it. You ask question from medical point of view, you ask question from a profit and margin perspective. Whatever question which is coming to you, you ask to this particular bot. You will not believe their logistic, their costing, everything has been going to save, because end of the day, if we see the ROI, the return on investment, but obvious, over the period, if we have something like this, a system, it is going to be saved. A content creation at a scale. Uh, Usually here in our company itself, like 4 to 5 years before, we used to have a freelance content developer. He used to charge us almost 1 rupees for one word. He used to charge us 1 rupees for one word. He was from Bangalore. He worked almost 2 years with us once Corona came, and after that it was stopped. But we used to develop in and around yearly around, I would say, 90,000 to 1,20,000 words content. Means we were paying him that much of money. Now what we are doing? Okay. I hope I'm audible to everyone, right? Now, yeah, now what we are doing, we have simply, like I mentioned, that we are simply, in our training, we have simply put it, the chat GPT and the Gen AI model. Now, my intern is developing a blog. And he's developing nearly almost, I would say, 8 to 10 blogs in a week. Just wait. Is it better now? Ma'am, can you acknowledge, is it better?
Hello?
Yeah, ma'am, is it better? Voice is better now?
No, sir, unfortunately.
Okay. I don't. Yeah, let me just check. Let me just check where the thing is.
Please do.
Yeah. Now, no, actually, I have not connected an earbud, but just now I have connected now. But is it better? Can anyone acknowledge? Okay,
Yes,
fine.
sir.
Good. Thank you. Thank you. Fine. So now I have connected earbuds. Hope fine. So now my intern who is joined just now, hardly 1 month before, he's developing a blogs. He's putting it on website. It is putting it on even a Google. We get so much of blogs in very less time, and again it is like that intern is not at all a domain side person. Now there will be a question coming to your mind. If suppose we are writing this blog from any GPT model, how come Google it is accepting it? So for that also nowadays there is there are GPT model which converts your AI content to humanize it, so that even any GPT model cannot uh, understand whether it is being written by any GPT model or by human. Okay, and what could be the output? What is the result? That is most important to us. My only interest is to see the result. You will not believe, people. Our traffic has been increased very heftily for certain pages where we used a blog content, and that blog content was written by the GPT models. So our digital marketing team, they themselves has many such AI tools for their own purposes. So this is how a content creation is being done at very large scale, and if the content marketing people, if they do not adopt it, it can be a very difficult time for them. So this is how I mentioned few case studies. This particular case study I myself has used. I was taking a session for HR people on how to leverage their knowledge technically. So maybe you must be aware about this, but they were absolutely no idea like they can use this. What we done? I downloaded a very simple document, that is Labor Act. This document is all about the Indian Labor Act, like how much time our employees should work, what how much compensate we need to do, and there are many act related document. So this is a little bit a complex stuff, almost 100-page document it was. So all the HR were sitting in front of me, and I uploaded this particular document to ChatGPT. And now I started asking a question, which is there in my mind. And I was getting the relevant answer without reading that particular document. So what is happening here? I don't have a time. I don't have a time to read everything, but I get a queries. Uh, Even we do various tendering. So tendering documents are very much complex. So first we upload it on the GPT. We ask question like what is the tendering amount, what is the last date, whatever the initial information. We do not even open that particular document. So that is how we can use ChatGPT as our own chatbot by feeding them the document which you want. This we have discussed, generate a technical questions using ChatGPT. Our HR, when she joined, she said that, sir, I can take any kind of interviews, but I cannot take a coding related interviews. So this was her first interaction. But when we trained her on GPT, you will not believe, guys, our initial task of assessing a candidate, whether this guy is fit for a coding platform, how much we need to train him or how much efforts we need to put. Easily we are getting that information from our HR. I don't need to ensure my technical person is taking initial interview of all the candidate. So this is being avoided. So no need to be have a technical knowledge, and that is how we are leveraging our interviews. Automate your PPT using AI tool. So this particular PPT, what is there in front of you, has been created using 3 GPT tools. The first one is Gamma. Second, I use ChatGPT to ensure that certain data is correct. And third one is we all know about Canva. And in Canva, now there is a very important feature, that is design with AI, wherein you just need to put your information, put text, put image, and just click on design. It will automatically format everything. So you don't need to format it. You just have to give text and the relevant image. If you do not have the relevant image, it can create then and there. So that is how nowadays, the business PPTs are getting developed. So these are certain tools which we were discussing. You can use ChatGPT. We all know for general assistance. Canva Magic Studio. Now it has changed to Canva AI Design. For writing copy, you can use Jasper. So likewise, there are n number of tools, Grammarly. All these tools you can use. The important point here is we are relying only on GPT, but you guys have to ensure that there are certain specific information we get it on a specific tool. I try to mention that. I'll share this information with you guys so that you will have these things with you. So that is how now it is era of AI tools, and we need to ensure that we are using it for for our work. So these are certain prompts I shared with you. These are certain prompts I have given to you so that maybe it will be helpful to you to understand how things can be done. So this is all about the prompt engineering. This is all about the how we can uh, leverage our work, how we can optimize our work in very simplest manner. I hope we all are using. I know because we are coming from the teaching background, that to a technical background. We all are using it. Only intention here is to ensure that our students are using it in a right manner. Our society is quite adapting to it, and that is the only intention, of this particular session. So I'm ready here for your questions if you have any. There were many case studies which I wanted to discuss, but due to the system issue, I couldn't able to. But fine, I discussed almost everything with all of you. So yes, so any query, I'm there to answer. And believe me, guys, we are also into the CSR related projects, and taking that fund from companies as well. That our fund is going towards technology. That is how we are changing. That is how uh, at industry level it is getting, the mindsets are. So we only have
So yeah, so that's it. That's it from my side. Any question, I'll be there to guide you. Yes, Srinath. Yes. Srinath, can you repeat your question? Okay. So there is question, text-to-speech software, how much data we can convert for free, sir? So it totally depends upon which software you are using. But text-to-speech softwares are not very, they are not giving much free bandwidth. It totally depends upon how much is your requirement. But I definitely know that this particular thing required a good amount of pricing. Yes. Yes, Srinath.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, very good evening.
Yes, good evening.
I have one query, sir. Since all the AI models are LLM, it automatically learns the prompts which will given by the users. It is mandatory to learn about the prompt engineering steps, because nowadays so many people, whether they are in the studying field or any other field, are using the this AI models every day. It is very mandatory or very significant to learn this type of prompt engineering. I'm not telling about the person who is having their skill in particular jobs. I'm talking about just the person who is using the daily basis.
So can you come again with your question, Srinath? Hello. Srinath, can you come again with your question?
Sorry, sir. Actually, is this very mandatory to learn these type of prompt engineering stuff, sir?
See, we can get the output even without learning it. It's not a very big thing, actually. If you see the prompt engineering, it is not very big thing. Why we have to know? Because we should be very disciplined when we are asking question to GPT, or else the output will not be relevant. So to ensure that our output are quite, what we are asking for that purpose, we should know about the prompt engineering. I see many people, they use Chat GPT or they use any GPT model, but they don't know how to use it. And whatever the information they are getting, they are using it for further things, which is not correct. So this is only for someone to ensure that they are getting the right information. For that purpose, prompt engineering matters a lot. It has been there nowadays into even the MBA syllabus, where they are, discussing them about how to use them effectively.
Yes, sir. That I absolutely agree. But formerly we use Google, another Google search engines. For that, we have to put. We can put any words they can search and give. So I thought that the upcoming AIs are the next version of that, because any person can put anything and they can get the answer. So
yeah. So in fact, your AI tools are next version of your Google only. In Google, it was only giving us the search result, but AI is giving us the output. It is giving us the output. So that is the reason we should have a clear understanding about how to use that. So it is not mandatory. I'm coming back to your question.
yes,
it is not mandatory, but we should know the rules and how it can be used.
yes, sir, I absolutely agree that thing. Just I want to know, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable answer. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. And Dr. Swati, to your question, probably for your text-to-speech software, it totally depend upon what kind of software you are using. I think the Google has quite very less charges because we used it in one of our small project. But our project was very MVP level. Matlab, it was not very commercial level. So we use that. So it totally depend upon what kind of project and what kind of data you have. Any other query, participants? So there is question, what techniques do you use to refine prompts? Like I mentioned that, there are, you need to optimize your prompts probably in first, second, third manner. That is design, guidance, and optimization. And that is how probably after 2 or 3 attempts, we get the right prompt and the right output. Can you please, the next question is from Sumti. Can you please suggest what kind of AI policy the institution should incorporate to assess cognitive thinking of student? This is a very debatable question because when we are creating a policy, ma'am, it has to see each and every angle of it. In fact, now there is a policy which is being framed by Government of India. They are framing it. Probably that will come in next parliamentary session. Even I heard that they are going to create an AI policy in that GDPR policy. So first we need to see what is there in those things, and after that only we can create a policy for our institution. I still remember one of my friend. He has a good. He has his own training in Mumbai, and for ChatGPT, he has policy like the ChatGPT is banned for student as well as for trainer. Now I found it very strange, so I asked him. So he said that it is only because when I'm teaching them coding, students are not paying the attention, and when I give them any kind of assignment, they are putting that into ChatGPT and giving me the result. So what is happening here? We are that ChatGPT is killing the learning ability, or it is the student is not putting their logical building ability. It is true. So when he said that, it is very true. So that is how there are very wrong side of ChatGPT as well. So definitely that policy needs to be there. So yes. So there is question from Selva Nanjem that in your example given, what's the current prompt to get list of autonomous colleges in Mumbai? See here, not every time you will get the right output. You have to understand that as well. There were many instances where I found that ChatGPT has not given me the right information. So at the end of the day, it is us who need to verify the result by asking even multiple questions. So I never rely on the answers directly. I try to verify it. So even though we give a correct prompt, we refine a prompt, still we may get the different output that need to be verified. How to make PPT easily, sir? There is a very good tool that is Canva, and there you can find a design with AI, Canva with AI. Please use that feature. You will really find it interesting. Yes, this PPT will be shared with you guys. There will be hands-on session, I guess, after this. Yes. So can we generate prompt for UML diagram in software engineering? Yes, yes, we can do that. How do you ensure prompts are unbiased? See, this is very important topic, but we have very less time. I'll cover it very quickly. Your GPT models are usually not biased. We human beings are biased. So we need to ensure that we are giving the right input. So we get the unbiased answer. So do not worry about getting the biased output. Yes, it can happen at some places where the model has not been trained properly. It can happen. But nowadays, this technology is evolving in such a way that these particular minor errors will also get eliminated. So how do you stay updated with the latest developments and trends in prompt engineering? So usually I follow the news on Times of India and the technology section. So there they give a various input. Even I come to know about certain part where the result is not quite good with the companies who have used AI tools heavily. Because it is now in a very nascent stage, it may take time to give the ROI. Any software to catch offenders who use? There are softwares. We use a software to see who is giving us the GPT based coding. Companies are using it already. I don't have name in front of me, but there are softwares which can identify whether the code has been written by GPT model. So do you think that AI and prompt engineering must be introduced all form of higher education? Absolutely. In fact, this is not only for higher education, like this is for, we can start it from the school level as well, from 8th standard onwards.
Sir?
Again, same. Yes, yes, ma'am. So I'm done with majority of question, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So thank you all of you. Thanks.
Hello, am I audible?
Hi, yes, madam.
Okay. Good evening once again, everyone. We request all the participants to please check, have a look at the chat box. We have been sharing attendance link multiple times as several participants have been asking it at different time intervals. So the same link is being shared multiple times. Please don't worry. Okay, it's a session 5 feedback link. All right, and now we are heading towards session 6. But before that, Swapnil sir, I hope you're there in the meeting. Thank you so much, sir, for such an enlightening and inspiring session on introduction to prompt engineering. I'm sure that your insights into how prompt engineering bridges human creativity with AI were truly thought-provoking, and we are truly grateful for the time and effort you have dedicated to enriching our participants with valuable knowledge and real-world applications of AI communication. Thank you once again, sir, for your engaging and insightful contribution.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your time. Now, moving ahead, we have another session for today. And it gives me immense pleasure to introduce our esteemed speaker for this session 6 of our 6 days ATAL FDP program, Mr. Hussain Shabbir Amreliwala, an accomplished AI professional with a strong foundation in artificial intelligence, data science, and generative AI. Mr. Hussain holds an MTech in artificial intelligence and data science from Somaya University, and he's currently serving as a senior software engineer at Wipro Technologies, where he's leading initiatives in AI model development, generative AI integrations, and MLOps architectures. In today's session, he'll be guiding us through a practical exploration of generative AI tools. Sir, it is an honor to have you with us this evening, and we look forward to an interactive and insightful hands-on session that bridges theory with real-world application. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Alfia, for the kind introduction as well. And it's an honor for being in the part of a meeting where I can see that there are a lot of participants, and I have been informed that I'm going to interact with many of the senior members and many of the beginner learners as well. So it would be a fruitful session. I'm looking forward to. But yeah, before we move ahead, I think that we are being going on to sessions continuously, so we can take a 2-minute break for all the participants. Maybe they want to refresh themselves, a bio break. I'll just share my screen now. Alfia, it's fine, right? We can take a break for 2 minutes for all the participants to refresh, and then we can quickly start with the session.
A minute or so is fine. Actually, we are already running a bit late, no? I'm really
Sure.
sorry.
No problem.
By
Sure,
that
no
time,
problem.
actually, we can utilize this time to like share the screen and all.
Yes,
And take the feedback if it's clear to everybody and about the audio and else.
Sure. I hope my audio and video is as of now fine. There's not a problem, right?
No.
Okay, fine. It's 7:40 now. I would request everyone to take a break, and we'll start with 7:41. By the time, I'll just share my screen. If there is an issue with the screen, Alfia, please, I would request you to point me out. Thank you.
Definitely, we'll do the needful. Thank you.
Participants, if you want to ask any question at the end, please raise hand. So we will unmute at that time.
Let's just keep it for like 50 seconds. Let's do it once. Already we lost 10 seconds now. By mistake, I just deleted my timer. Okay. I think we can start now. I just want to request all the participants to those who, if they are comfortable, if they can, please on their videos so that we can have a much of an interactive session. And if no, that is also fine. And please be interactive on the chat. I'll be monitoring the chat box as well. So if through the presentation as well, if you have any questions, any doubts, I'll try to answer most of them. Of course, we'll be having a dedicated Q&A session in the end as well. So, but you are free to post any questions, any doubts, any concerns, anything on the chat if you like. I would be monitoring the chat box from another device. So I'll try if in any case, if I'm able to answer those questions. So if I can get some reactions that people are back from the break, then I can start anything, yes or no, back or something. Please fill the, you can fill the, yeah, fine. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. I'm getting the reactions. Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks. So, okay. So now we'll start with the session directly. We'll jump in the session. Just one more check. Alfia, my screen is properly visible, right? In the presentation, what is it?
Yes, it's perfectly visible.
Fine. All right. So starting with now, the topic of my presentation is hands-on using prompt tools, ChatGPT, etc. So this etc. is quite important because whenever we hear the word as prompt tool, so prompt means something as an input, a user input. A user input can be anything. It can be a text, it can be an image, it can be a video, it can be an audio, anything. So the tool, the software that is taking that prompt, that input from the user and doing some process to give some output is here a prompt tool. And whenever we hear this prompt tool, the first tool that comes into our mind is ChatGPT. But as of now in today's world, ChatGPT is not just one prompt tool. We have thousands of prompt tools available for domain specific, task specific, and data specific operations and applications. Along with ChatGPT, we'll be having many different tools. We'll take a look at multiple tools as well. So now let's quickly jump in to see what is the I think someone has said that is my voice not clear in the background? Is it the noise is coming? People have okay. If in case if someone, okay, I think for most of the people my voice is clear. So I would request for those who are facing issue with this, if you can please try to change your network if it's fine. Okay, thank you. Yeah. So starting with the agenda of today's presentation. So we'll take a look at the prompt tools, introduction of the prompt tools, and why prompt tools matter in this academia. Then we'll understand prompt engineering. Of course, just the session past was prompt engineering. Everybody has a quite clear, concise understanding what is prompt engineering. Of course, we'll take a look at some aspects that will give a different perspective on the prompt engineering than what was covered. Then some things will be revision as well for everybody. Then we'll be exploring ChatGPT and similar tools. Then we'll take a look at the types of prompts and the best practices for that. Then we'll have a hands-on demonstration, which not just me, everyone who is able to access those particular tools will be doing that. I'll paste those prompts in chat, which you can copy and try to use it with on your respective PCs and laptops. Then we'll see some use cases on teaching, research, and administration, because we are, as of now, specifically focusing on academia and our audience is from academia. So we'll focus on that aspect as well. Then we'll also take our stand on a very important topic, which is ethical use and academic integrity. Then we'll take a look at integrating prompt tools into curriculum, a very high level overlook, and challenges, limitations, and future trends. Finally, we'll see what key takeaways we can get from this session, and we'll close the session from a Q&A. So moving ahead directly first. The first question comes over here is that what are prompt tools? So prompt tools are basically AI interfaces, right? So any software which is taking an input, processing that, and giving output in natural language. When we say natural language, the language which we are talking about, natural language is not something that machines understand. Machines understand only zeros and ones. So when any software that is giving you an output in natural language, which is that us as humans speak, that kind of an artificial intelligent model and integrated into a UI part and all those stuff, that the bundle, that particular bundle, that software is called as a prompt tool, where the user is giving an output like that. So now this particular, now as of now, we will be throughout the session. There's also one heads up that I would like to give to our audiences as well, that we will be covering mostly, we will be covering mostly the textual part. So of course, there are prompt tools that take an image as an input. There are prompt tools that take a video as an audio or as an input and give the respective output. But in this, for the sake of the scope of the presentation, because this particular topic is very vast, so for keeping the mind into our scope constraints, we are only going to take a look at the text-based AI interfaces and text-based prompt tools like that. All right. So that is why the second point says that the prompt tools are basically where the users are able to generate, like, form new text, summarize, analyze, or transform the information. Now, this information is, as of now, in this context, we're talking about text. I think still some people have saying that my voice is not clear. Just to confirm, Alfia, from your end, my voice is clear, or are you getting any disturbances? If for you it's fine, then I
No,
think
it's perfect. From my end, it's perfect. I could hear you very clearly.
yeah, okay. I think that then it is fine because of
And I
because
guess most of the participants are also saying that it's quite clear enough.
okay, fine. Yeah, all right. Yeah. So now the third and important one, which I can call back from the title of this presentation, is ChatGPT, etc. So when I say etc., we are going to take a look at, or we will try to jump into ChatGPT, into Cloud, Gemini, Perplexity, and Copilot. So ChatGPT, we all know, is from OpenAI. Cloud was developed from Anthropic. Gemini was developed from Google. Perplexity itself is an AI company, and Copilot is a tool given from Microsoft. So these are some tools that we are going to take a look at, and we are going to see that how these tools work in the later slides in the presentation. Moving ahead. So now the important question: why prompt tools matter in academia? So let's try to understand that how we can use these prompt tools, or what is the importance of these prompt tools in the three broad regions of academia: research, teaching, and administration. So research is one very important, I would say, concept that is very much normally, which is very much involved in the academic field, from the teacher's perspective, from the student's perspective, those who are pursuing their bachelor's, their master's, their PhDs, because research is something that is quite in or coherent to what we do in our day-to-day work. Teaching, of course, most of the target audiences are teachers and are in the teaching faculties, so they know that how this particular prompt tools will be helpful. And administration, of course, handling all these tasks and operations from the academic perspective. So how we can basically, the prompt tools, how they help. So using those prompt tools, we can make our lives easier by streamlining the research and literature survey part. So wherever we are working on any publication, we do have a sort of function, requirement to find different papers in tandem with what we are currently working on. So as I mean, some years ago, there was used to practice that we should go and open each and read in each and every paper, and then extract the information or write the information in our own words. That was also that was very tedious and time-consuming process. But now, using those prompt tools, you can safely, I would say, try and get your meaningful information from those literature surveys. And previously, if you're doing it manually, you will take 7 days to refer 70 papers. But now you will take, if you take that much time, 7 days, maybe you can refer more than 100 or 200 papers, because you are just giving the content to the prompt tool. You are asking for a generalization or summarization, and you can then store that. Even nowadays, you can also ask the prompt tool to generate the output in a tabulated format. So you have a proper literature survey, that what is the research, what is the paper, what is the authors, what are the key insights, or the gap it's filling, like that, something like you can do that. Then, of course, for the teachers, they can plan their curriculums and plan their lectures, and how they are conducting tests and assignments for the students. So they can do that. We all know that teaching faculty are already, I mean, I would say, overburdened with a lot of tasks, not with teaching, the administration tasks, the examinations, all those stuff. And these all things, they are small assessments, the tests like that, the quizzes that we usually do, the internal assessments like that. They can use this prompt tools to basically support their these work. Now, you can enable the personalized learning experiences as well. The teaching can design the curriculum on according to their needs. So it's okay. So we have a syllabus defined, the number of I would say, the modules are there. How a teacher wants to teach it to a student, you can define that according to your thought process. That is one thing you can do. And one thing is, I would say, in a debated format, the thing is that we encourage the critical thinking using AI dialogue. So a very counterintuitive point comes up, that if you're using the AI, how are you encouraging critical thinking? Because if you are asking AI for everything, it is eventually depleting critical ability, logical thinking of whether for teachers or students, something like that. So my take on this, and I would say that maybe this can be, I can say, absolutely from all the participants, there may be different views. My perspective on this is that anything you can ask the AI, it can give you the information. But that information, the final information also, how are you going to present it? That requires thinking. AI will give you a plain information, it will give you a summarized information, but how are you imparting the knowledge from that information is something, a human part, like that. So for that, any teacher, not just any teacher, will need that amount of critical thinking. Any student will need that amount of logic thinking and building ability to take that reference. So as of now, today, we have number of coding editors going on, but to understand a code that is already present in the system, for that the students may need logical thinking perspective, like that. And finally, the last point, which you say, using prompt tools and academy, we can save a lot of time in administration and documentation. You can spend hours and hours in creating those documents. So one can save that much of time, because that particular hours of documents can be created within minutes, like that. So that is something which is worth considering. Moving on to next slide. So just for information of all the audiences, I will be spending some more time on some slides which are necessary to be explained. And in cases, if we can just go through or run through some slides, I'll just do that. So in that, we can balance the time for everyone, so that we don't shoot up from our end time. So talking about the evolution of prompt tools. Yeah, as of now, I had only given the evolution about the GPT. Now, GPT is generative pre-trained transformer, basically, that was first introduced in 2018 in a paper, the title of the paper was "Attention is All You Need." this particular paper first introduced the attention mechanism in tandem with self-attention and by-attention mechanism, where the model is not just trying to understand the sentence word by word, it is trying to understand bi-directionally from one side and the other, right and left, so that it is trying to understand the entire context. And the basis of this GPT, now what we are having is these chatbots, which are called as LLM, large learning models. So we have the GPT as large learning models, is the family of GPTs from OpenAI. We have Gemini as an LLM from Google. We have Llama family of large learning models from Meta, basically previously Facebook. So, and Cloud is also a large learning model from the family given by Anthropic. So yeah, these are many things that we have in today's world like that. So just a run through of how the GPT has developed. In 2018 it started. In 2019 we saw an improved scale where more and more users were basically using this particular GPT. Then started the main evaluation 2020, where it started the few shot learning, where the GPT was trained using some I would say some outputs, some inputs that it was expected to mimic as an output. Then in GPT-4 in 2023, it gave the multimodality. Basically. So in GPT in 2023, so multimodality means here the GPTs were developed and trained not just for text, for image also. So now we have text to image generation, we have image to image generation. So all these things came when GPT-4 came into picture, and GPT-5 currently is the future advanced state where they're making more advancements in GPT-5. Like that, all these GPTs are publicly available in Chat GPT, but not everything is available in the free version like that. So, and one of the most important points to consider while going through evaluation of prompt tools is, now we have domain specific prompt assistance as well. Example, Scholar GPT, Code Interpreter, all these, I mean, and many more tools we do have. These are domain specific. So if there is any GPT, or if there is any architecture prompt tool developed for financial applications, it is over there. For academic, we have Scholar GPT and all those stuff. So we do have the prompt tools are evolved in a way that we have them in a domain specific category. Moving on. So now, what is prompt engineering? I will not spend more time in this, but just a very run through that this is an art of science. This is a science, basically a sort of an engineering, where a study, I would say, where how one can give good prompts in concrete prompts, precise prompts, short prompts, contextual prompts, so that the output they are expecting is given as per their context. So just an example here is that in case if you are giving this, if there is any application of or ask of storytelling, so instead of write a story, just a short genre, you can give a proper prompt, like write a 500-word short story with from the first person, like that, about something, and give a little bit context and with a twist ending. So this is a very good prompt, which is structured narrative. It will give a proper understanding of the context, the requirements to the LLM of how it should generate the output. Same goes for summarization. Instead of just directly giving it a summarization, you can give a constraints or how, in what structure you need the summarization. That is also something you can do. And in case of coding, just write Python code. Instead of that, you can give a proper detail of what you are trying to implement and what data types are you using, what algorithms you are using, what kind of data pre-processing techniques you want to use, and everything. And of course, we can add the comments also. Now, this is how a prompt engineering takes into picture, where it is a iterative process where the prompts are refined to give the best output in terms of context, in terms of relevance, everything like that. So next up is anatomy of a good prompt. So this is also in tandem with the prompt engineering thing. So from the perspective of a good prompt, 4 high-level components should be there: a role, a context, task, and constraints. So so in each of the prompt, we should give the LLM a context of how it should think from the role perspective, whether it's a act as as it's mentioned, act as a physics professor, act as an educator, or while preparing the interview question, usually we say that act as an expert interviewer, like that, before starting our prompt, when we try to prepare those interviews and get those question and answers from the LLM, like that. So next point is context. So we should give a proper context to the LLM, that what is the expectation out of the input that we are giving. It's so we should proper, so in case of from the academia perspective, in case if someone wants to uh, sort of give a prompt and prepare lecture notes, like that, so we should give, so instead of just saying act as a physics professor and prepare notes for quantum entanglement, we could say that we are preparing for the lecture, so that LLM knows that LLM knows that we are expecting a lecture notes sort of a structure, not any random answer, or not any short note, or not any, I would say, presentation, like that. Then task. So here you should give a clear, concise instruction what LLM is supposed to do. Generate 3 examples for students. So here it is clearly defined that what it should do. You define the role, you gave a context, now you are providing clear instructions that I just want 3 examples for students, not for any lecturers, not for any industrial persons. That is also giving an idea of context to LLM, that this output should be for students only, like that. And finally, the constraints. So you should give a limit that LLM should not now, in usual cases, LLM do have a limit based on the kind of input you are giving, but that should not be determined by LLM itself. It should be given by you. Keep it under 200 words, 500 words, like that. If you're writing a long, I would say, long presentation note, or summarizing something, so you should give a constraint that you need it around 1,000 words, something like that. So that is, the constraints are very much important when giving a prompt to an LLM. But that will give you an output expected as per your all the details that you have specified. We'll also take a look how this will impact in which from the poor problem, good problem, in the hands-on exercises that will follow in a couple of slides ahead. So moving ahead. Okay, so before I start on this slide, till now everyone is able to get the idea of what are we going, or is there any questions or concerns, something like that? If it is, please shoot in the chat box. I'm monitoring. If no, then please give a thumbs up or okay, and then we can just quickly move ahead. I'll give you 5 seconds for everybody to just give you. Okay, fine. Thank you. Thanks everybody for the encouragement and the reactions. Moving ahead now. So here on this slide, we can see popular prompt tools. So one thing I would like everybody to note is, although you can see only 5 prompt tools here, but these are popular prompt tools. But I would not say these are the only prompt tools. The list is, as of today, as of October 2025, the list is exhausting. For each of the features, for everything, we have number of multiple prompt tools. But just for the sake, and why these are popular prompt tools? Because these are very much used from the industry perspective as well, and they are known for giving good outputs. They are known for not hallucinating. Hallucination is a problem in LLM. In a very general terms, hallucination is something when an LLM just misfires or just creates any output which is not any referenceable, some inaccurate, irrelevant information, like that, or made up imaginary information which is not it's not real information. It's not a correct information, to be precise. So these are some of those prompt tools which are known to not hallucinate, or if they're hallucinating, very lower, less extent, like that. So first one is OpenAI's ChatGPT. There's basically, it is the key feature is you have a conversation. It's a chat form. You can do a research and you can also code as well. And yes, so DeepSeek is also, I would say, very popular prompt tool as well. But as I mentioned, that DeepSeek is there also. There is also Grok. Then I would say there is also, if I'm not mistaken, Midjourney is also one of the LLMs, I would say. So there are, I would say the list is quite exhausting, but I had to make some one list of five well-known prompt tools. That's why I have taken this. Yeah, Grok is also, sir, one of the quite popular tools as well. But yeah, it comes. I would say I had to sort of prepare a list. That's why I have taken this. Yeah. Then going ahead, so here we have ChatGPT is used for conversational code and research, and it is ideal for teaching and content creation, comprehensive text work that you can do. Gemini is one which is quite multimodal. It is, in my experience, I would say, the image operations that you can do on Gemini are quite faster than on ChatGPT. This is something that I have in my experience. Everybody's experience can differ. I have seen it. So here, because that is its key feature is multimodal and visual and analytical tasks can be done. Then Cloud Anthropic is one LLM that is for long document handling. You can just give a PDF for it to summarize the entire paper. You can do that. Perplexity is a very, I would say, one of the popular prompt tools because it gives citation-backed results. So this may not be something like not every time you can get, but it is known for giving when you are specifically using that one for research-based work. So it is giving citation-backed results like that. And Copilot. Basically, Copilot is from Microsoft, mostly in almost everybody who is using Windows, Microsoft Windows, they will have the Copilot Copilot installed in their machines basically, and it is very much good with integrated with Word and Excel. And Copilot is more inclined towards administration and reporting work. So here we have a question: what is Anthropic? By Dr. Rayapudi Ramesh. So sir, Anthropic is basically a company just like OpenAI, and they are also into development of large language models and also into, I would say, image generation models. So it's a very large company. It's based in UK, London. The headquarters are in London. And Cloud Anthropic's text AI is popularly used from in the industry who usually, I would say, advocate the use of open source works as well. Although Cloud is one of those LLMs who are closed source, but they also give they also have a free version, which we'll take a look in the subsequent slides, where they are giving some sort of features. I would also, and they also have many models for there. We can take a look at those of the models which are only available for the paid versions like that. We'll take a look at, sir. Yeah. So these are the popular prompt tools. Moving ahead with the next slide. Yeah. So as I mentioned, now we'll take a look at the hands-on demonstration. Now on the slide, you will see there are 3 tasks. I would request everybody to just be a little bit upright and active on their respective PCs and machines. And I also just close my PPT and just switch back to the basically Windows where we will be taking up. So let's just first try to understand what we are going to do and how we're going to do. So we'll take a look at, I would say, 4 hands-on. I think I'm using the Cloud. I'll take a look at the ChatGPT. I'll take a look at Gemini. We'll take a look at Perplexity. Sorry, and we'll take a look at the Cloud. If someone wants to do that, they can also try this exercise on the Copilot as well. But in the interest of time, I'll take a look at these four prompt tools only. So we have 3 tasks over here. One is we need to generate a course outline, and one is that we need to summarize a research abstract, and third is we are going to create a quiz questions. So how first is this particular prompt that we need to try, that we are giving this, that, and we're giving this particular prompt basically, that we are asking this particular prompt tool to act as a university professor for AI, and we need the 12-week course outline on the foundations of ML with weekly topics and learning outcomes. For the second, I'll just give a abstract as well from any of the papers. I'll just randomly search on Google, maybe like that. And also we'll also take a look at the creating a quiz questions like that. So let's just quickly do, we'll do it one by one, not a problem. We'll just complete the task 1. And also we have another slide. I'll just quickly show you. See, this is the same slide, and here what we are trying to do, you already have these prompts defined like that. Yes, I'll be pasting the prompts in the chat box one by one. We'll just complete task 1 first, and then we'll refine the prompt using this. We'll write a role, maybe act as an AI educator. Although I have mentioned on the slide, the modifying thing is not just limited to this. We'll just try and look that if we're changing it from act as a university professor to act as an AI educator, how it will behave like that. So you can try on maybe using something else, or maybe you can give the profile of faculty level of your personal, of what you are currently doing like that, and see the difference of how the things are changing. So let me just quickly open the window. I think my screen is visible, right? Okay, fine. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So see, I have opened ChatGPT, I have opened Perplexity, I have Google. Perplexity is open right here. I have Google Gemini opened, I have Cloud open, right? So now, first, let's start with the task number 1. I'll just paste this in chat. Okay, this is the task number 1 as of now. So you can copy and paste directly this prompt on. We'll just try and first look at ChatGPT and see how ChatGPT gives us the answer. As of now, this is simply, so here we are giving this prompt. So we are giving a role. We are giving a context, basically what we want learning outcomes, and we have also given a task of creating a course outline, and we are given a constant that we only need a 12-week course outline like that. Let's click and let's see that what it is giving us. By the time we will also give the same to Perplexity as well. Same to Google Gemini. And to Cloud as well. Okay, now let's just check it out. Okay, so the ChatGPT has given me the output. Let me just the participants, please confirm, just to say that are you getting a similar sort of outline that you're getting, or you're getting something else from this original prompt? You have not changed everything, right? So we have a 12 weeks duration, let's say undergraduate like that, credits 3, prerequisites, something, course description, learning outcomes is 1 point, then the outline is this, introduction to machine learning, mathematical concepts like that, math foundations, supervised learning, fundamentals, classification algorithms, more week 6, week 7, SVM, unsupervised, etc. Then till week 12 till go, then assessments, there is weekly assessments, midterm, like that. Yeah, I think people have responded that mostly they are getting a similar kind of outputs from ChatGPT. Let's say if you're using Perplexity, the same, like, see, it is getting mathematical foundation. So just let's compare the week 2 of ChatGPT. See, mathematical foundations, linear algebra like that, and perplexity, you can see it's similar, but here mathematical foundations is one, in regression is given on third. Here regression is not there. Yeah, it's in the 4th week, like that. Classification methods, decision trees, ensemble, SVMs, neural networks. Here it has given unsupervised learning on week 8, and here it is getting unsupervised learning on week 8 as well. Yeah, okay. So here you can see that the output for Perplexity and ChatGPT is matching at least on one, where week 8 it is given us the unsupervised this. Ma'am, if you can just close the annotation, so it would be great. The screen is getting. Let me just do it. Not an issue. I'll just rub the. Yeah, cool. No problem. Yeah. Okay, you. Let me just zoom into my screen. All right, then let's look at the Google Gemini, how Google Gemini is giving us. So Gemini is giving us like this 12-week course. All right. So see, this is a little bit different. So from Perplexity and ChatGPT perspective, okay, I think this should be all right. Yeah. So from the Perplexity and ChatGPT, you could see that here it is giving us a text outline like that. But Gemini has gone a little bit ahead and it has given us the outline in the form of a tabulated thing, and it has also defined key learning outcomes. So here it has given us a mathematical foundation, supervised learning, ensembles and everything. I think regularization feature engineering was not present, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So if you see, yeah, regularization is a concept in the week 4 of ChatGPT's output, but not in case. So in case of Gemini's output, we are getting an dedicated subject for this, like that. That supervised instruction. Now let's take a look at Clouday's output. See, Clouday's output has also very much similar to the format is similar to what the from the ChatGPT and Perplexity, a textual format, decision trees, ensemble, SVMs, neural networks. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. So see, if you can see over here that okay, ML pipeline deployment best practice. This is additional. This was not present in ChatGPT's. I would say. Yes. So it is about the. So here about the deployment part is present in Clouday's output, but it is not present in Perplexity as well. Yes, it is not present Perplexity. It is not present in, I think, in Gemini's also. Okay. So now you are able to see the difference. In Cloudies, you are getting an additional something which is not present in these three. In Gemini, you are getting a different format as compared to all three. And Perplexity and ChatGPT are more or less similar in their given approaches, like that. So everybody is fine with it as of now, correct? So this is one thing about what is actually we're getting this. Now let's try and change the prompt now. And as I mentioned, let's try and change this prompt to this. I'll just paste it again. Now, instead of writing act as a university professor, just let us see act as an educator. I would request everybody to maybe just to understand how this will change. You can change the role with whatever I would say you can take. Instead of tech, I am using act as an educator. Maybe you can use what your current profile is, like that. Let's see and let's try and see that how the output is changing for each of those tools. Let's try. I'm sending the prompt now. Maybe you can change it on your way. Let's try and now change it from the chat GPT. I'll write, instead of the act as a university professor, I'll write act as an educator. And let's see how it is giving a response different from its previous response. We'll do the same for Perplexity. We'll do the same in Gemini. So before just hitting the prompt, I would like you to take a look at here also. See, in Gemini, we are getting 3 models: 2.5 Flash, 2.5 Pro, and upgrade to Google AI Pro, like that. So on the free version of Gemini, it is giving us 2 models to work. For all-round help, for all text or image-based help, you can use this for 2.5 Flash. But in case if you want to work specifically on mathematical problems, on equations, or on when you are writing those publications, you're writing equations, and those equations are in latex basically. So for that, you can use, and if you want some reasoning also, and coding, usually you're using the Gemini for generating the codes or generating snippets or modifying your existing snippets, like that. So you can use 2.5 Pro. And if you want a more capability, so you need to upgrade. So let's just try and use this 2.5 Flash only. We can also, so this is something, a food for thought for each of the participants. In your after we complete this session, you can try using 2.5 Pro for this particular prompt as well, just to understand how the output is changing. Is the output a good, I mean, from the previous output is giving good results from previously, or it is giving some bad results, like that. You can do that, but as of now, if we try to, we'll take a lot of the time in this hands-on. We'll take a quick look at this. And also in the same way, let's try to explore what all the models Cloud is giving us. If you see over here, there's an arrow, and if you see here, we are giving only one. So as I mentioned, Anthropic is a closed Anthropic's Cloud.ai is a closed source AI basically. So they are only giving us one of their models, Sonnet 4.5, like that. And for Opus 4.1, you need to upgrade. And in case if you need to see more models, so here Anthropic also has within Cloud A Haiku 3.5, Opus 3, Sonnet 3.7, Sonnet 4, and Opus 4. To use all those AIs, you need to upgrade to Cloud A Pro. But as of now, in the free version, you need only have access to 4.5, and we'll just try and see what outcome it gives to us. Okay. I would request the participants to try, and if they can just avoid the annotation part, it would be a little bit difficult to rub everything. Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, now let's see how for task 1 how it is changing. Now see as an educator here, it is see what is changed. Here it's 12 weeks. Now format is now as an educator, in case, let's just go in case here. In case where we're using the role as university professor, it is giving us a prerequisites and credits. But in case when we are using the role as AI educator, it is giving us a format. So it is understanding that when the role is changing as a university professor, it is giving a more weightage to the credits and prerequisites. But as an educator, it is giving more weightage to the format. So here it is giving us a format as well. So let's see, introduction to ML, the data and mathematical foundations, linear regression. So overall, the outline remains same. I don't see any sort of a difference in the contents of the outlines, but I do see that the topics, maybe the topics a little bit different. The assessment plan is changed like that. See, the previous assessment plan was not in tabular format, is now in tabulated format. Yeah, so these are something which is giving us. Let's take a look at what Perplexity is giving us. So as an educator, okay. All right, so I would say that from Perplexity, all right, Perplexity is not really giving us a different output from where it was there. See, the overall week 12 ended at ethical, social, responsible AI, and the new outline is ending at, let's say, ethical and fairness interpret. Yeah, so we can conclude in a little bit in a way that Perplexity is not really changing its output based on its role. But if we are changing the entire, I would say, the prompt of adding some more additional details, maybe we can see participants, those who have used their own profile. Did you see any different results from the previous thing, or you're also seeing the same outline or same format, something like? Did you observe? Okay, we do have a couple of questions. We'll just complete quickly this task one, and I'll answer those questions. I have a question from Dr. Swati and Midhun sir. I'll answer the question. We'll quickly go through the task one because we are short on time as well. Let's take a look at Gemini as well. All right, so Gemini is an educator also. Okay. Because the Gemini is also not changed most of the things. See, it is given us in tabular format only. So Gemini is also, I would say, conclude that it is giving us normal results. Let's take a look at Cloud A. Cloud A is giving us a week like that. Say what was week one in. So yeah, so you can sort of observe one thing. Alfia. Hello, Alfia.
Yes.
Is there any way we can stop the annotation part? Because
Just a second. Somebody is doing it.
I
Yeah,
actually
done.
yeah. If we can just restrict it, it would be fine. If no, then it's okay.
Yeah. Done.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So one thing we can see that when we are giving a role as professor, it is giving us a more formal kind of an outline where directly it is just narrowing down on the name of the outline. But when you are giving it as role as an educator, it is giving a more casual sort of approach where it is giving us that welcome, your journey begins, like that, what we will explore, like that. So you can see that when based on role changes, Cloud is also responding. Okay. Okay, fine. All right, so this concludes our task one now. Now quickly, I'll just answer the question that I have. Okay, so there is one question from the Alfia. It's really disturbing this.
Yeah, it's clear now.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. All right, so there's one question from Dr. Swati, sir. If we can have the create a concept book writing, then what we must prompt. Yeah, so of course, Dr. Swati, there is one thing that we can't directly write. Can't expect an LLM to give an output of the entire book at one time, but there is a step-by-step process for book writing as well. So first of all, you need to finalize the title. Based on title, you need to finalize the chapters, and then you can create the content for each of the chapters. Example, if you are writing in a fiction book, just an example I'm taking, you can maybe written any book. So in case of any fiction book, you can define the number of chapters, let's say 10 chapters. So each chapter can be of around 1,000 words, something like that. And if you are, so you can give an overview to the LLM that what are you expecting, or what are you trying to give that information from the particular chapter, and accordingly it will generate those outputs like that. So that is something that we can do. So there's a question, what exactly the difference is taking the word educator and professor in AI model. So yeah, that is one thing, that is the main thing that we are observing here, because for us, educator and professor may be a similar kind of a profession, you would say, but for ChatGPT or for any prompt tool, that particular word, the change in the role, it is considered as a different role, or it is considered as a role contextually. For educators, there may be something different from data trained over a particular model, and for professor, it can be something different trained. That is why this particular difference we are seeing in the outputs of the prompt, like that. I'll just take one more question. There was also the question of Yagnesh Kumar. Sir, you can use any, like I said, ChatGPT usually used, but you can use our Perplexity also. You can use Cloudy as well. You can use Gemini as well. The only thing is that the amount of detail they are giving by using the paid or free tools like that. That is only the restriction you will have. You can use, sir, anything like that. Okay, there is one question about a very good question, I would say, reverse engineering. I'll take this particular question in the Q&A part. It is a little bit something that will take a question like that. Okay. All right. Fine. There are a couple of questions also. I had noted them, but I'll answer those. I'll answer those questions in the QA itself, right? Yeah, thank you. Okay, fine. So let's just directly jump into task number 2. So here, this is summarize a research abstract. Let's just take this prompt. And all right, let's try that. Which paper we can take? Let me just take my paper only, because that's I think that is the best. Let's go on Scholar. For our purpose, I'll just, because I have this paper only on the back of my mind, I'll just take my paper only, and I'll just take its abstract. Let me just take this abstract. And I'll use this. Okay. So I've copied the abstract. I'll just paste the entire prompt only, so it would be easy for everybody to do. 1 second, give me a second. I'll just copy the prompt from here in 100 words. Okay, so we have summarized the following methodology key findings under 100 words. And this is the prompt for everybody to use. Please go ahead and okay, all right. I think so. There is a restriction for the chat. Maybe I can do one thing. I'll just paste the link of my paper here. 1 second. So that from there you can just take a look at the prompt. Please refer this, and I'll paste the prompt which we are trying to do. Okay. Yeah, this is the prompt. So use this and paste the abstract for my paper, and then let's see that how the thing is changing. So I'll just copy now. I'll paste this in ChatGPT. Okay. Then I'll paste the same for perplexity. Now, if you take a look over here, just to see that what models perplexity is also giving, it is also giving, it is being sonar. Perplexity is pulling the model from Anthropics as well. Here we can also use Cloud Sonnet 4.5. Then we can use GPT-5. We can use Gemini 2.5 Pro. We can use Grok 4. But this is also, I would say, one of the best. I would say one of the best applications of perplexity is you can use the different popular different models in single ChatGPT screen like that, not ChatGPT perplexity screen like that. So you don't need to go on different UIs like that. You can do that, but as of now, let's just keep it at perplexity AI only and see. Okay. So let's see what Gemini is giving us. In the same way, let's see what Cloudy is giving us. So let's just take a look at what ChatGPT is giving us. So ChatGPT has given summarization is done as 100 words. So it is giving us some that basically that was basically about my research where I have created a custom kernel based on Poisson distribution. That is something which is it is summarizing, and the domain is cybersecurity. The applications were detecting DDoS attack like that, and I had used the support vector machines like that. So this is something it is giving us a sort of for this. Now, if you try to compare the summarizations that Perplexity is giving us, see stochastic Poisson kernel, compare its performance. See, here also it is using comparative experiments. So yeah, more or less, obviously, since we are using the same research abstract for all the prompt tools, but it is giving us the language is a little bit changed. Let's see in. See, this is what the Gemini has given us. Okay, this is fine. Yes. So this is something Gemini is now what it is doing. Gemini has, as compared to what ChatGPT has given, Perplexity has given, Gemini has given us some keywords as well. So this is the keywords also that it has given a bolded that what are, I would say, it found from the research abstract that are worth highlighting. And from the, all right, Cloudy is basically giving us a normal thing like that. So from the, I would say from the summarization that is created here, and since I am also the author of this paper, I would confirm that the summarization is correct. There is no, I would say, something that is problematic here or some fake information or imaginary information. That is why I can say that we can trust this summarization like that. So now just quickly go on the task 2 where we are giving that keep it under 120 words. So we can use, all right. So this is something if we can just not do this, since in the interest of time it's always 8:42. So it's okay. This is something we can I would say a sort of a homework or something offline work all the participants can do. You can try changing the number of words. Here it's 100 words. You can do it on 120, 50 words, something like that. You can do that, and accordingly you can find the changes in the outputs like that. So we'll just not devote most of the time. Quickly we'll go in the task number 3 where we are trying to create a quiz like that. So let's just quickly copy this. And now I'll just quickly go into prompt as well. Okay. Now let's say I'm specifying the course as, let's say, Gen AI. Let's see, Gen AI, generative AI. Or let's just do one thing, use no, Gen AI only. Let's do Gen AI like that. Generative AI. Like that. Okay. I'm using this subject. Participants are free to use their respective subjects just to see that how we can try quickly. Let's just try this. Okay. 5 multiple choice questions we are supposed to. So just try to note that here we are not giving the role. We are giving a context, right? We are giving a task of doing a multiple choice questions. We are giving constraints of we need 5 questions with 4 options like that, but we are not giving the role. So that may change something. Let's see to just give a vanilla output. Now here my 3 pro searches are already exhausted. So now this will only use the basic models that is available in Perplexity. And let's try do this from the Gemini, Gemini as well, Gemini and Cloudy. Let's see what it is giving us. All right, 5 questions basically, which are the following best describes generative AI, and questions and answers are right. I would say it's not something that is not there. GAN's primary goal is basically to train, correct. Variational autoencoders, we have this, I would say, represent in the complex probabilistic. Yeah, it is basically the latent space that it is basically variational autoencoder is that 4 and 5. Yeah, perfect. This is basically which we have. So this is okay. So this is something new. You can say ChatGPT has given us pure text format. Perplexity has given us a sort of a very quiz form of this. So here it's a sort of your UI based like that. You're giving giving a quiz within this as well like that. So this is something from the Perplexity. Google Gemini is given us the same thing. It is given as a quiz format instead of giving a plain output with UI and these buttons and all those stuff. Generator and discriminator, perfect. Then we create next. So this is so Gemini and Perplexity are giving us an output which is more of a good from the user perspective like that. And Cloudy has given us, see, in the text format basically. As I mentioned, so the outputs for Cloudy and ChatGPT are similar. In Perplexity and Gemini, we are giving more of a user experience field like that. Perfect. All right. So now let's just quickly change what we need to change. So here, see, we are now adding some more things for the context. We are now supposed to add. All right, so there's also one thing, instead of writing different prompts, you can just edit the last prompt as well. We can just write for the postgraduate course, student course like that. So what this will give an additional context to the prompt tool that you are expecting a little bit higher level of difficulty of the questions and not normally. So see, I'll just click, I'll give the prompt. Please go ahead and try. So which of the following? So see, here it is giving some yeah. So this is one of the, would say, a complex question. This is trying to give us a more in-depth information about what variational autoencoders are. They are using the Kullback library divergence for reconstruction loss. Basically, this answer is in unison with the latent space creation of how the the decoder, the variational, the decoder is basically how it is taking the information from the space, the latent space, and then it is generating this information. So like that, those are the things I would say. Yeah, so this is something, let's try and check if the questions are changing in Perplexity as well. In ChatGPT is changing, let's see in Perplexity is it changing or not. Perplexity, yes, see, so here a little bit more, I would say, more of the in higher level, more difficulty level questions. Most commonly generated new synthetic data, I would say GAN is one thing. Yes, GAN is one thing. I'm also right. Correct. Primary objective or this discriminator is basically to classify inputs as real or generated like that, basically. So yeah, correct. Perfect. In Gemini, let's try and see how Gemini is changing the questions. In Gemini, the first question was two main complete neural networks. Let's see how it's changing. So yeah, see, Gemini is giving us an output. It is giving is an explanation also that how this output is getting generated. Okay, so this time I think is this a problem or something? I'm not sure, but this time the output is in this form. 1 second. Okay. Let me do one thing. Let me just give this. So this is also something that can happen. You can run into some issues as well, where it is displaying the JSON text. Let's try to do it Cloud as well. And I'm sure that as ChatGPT, it will give us some different questions, but in the text format only, nothing else. So here, see, this is a little bit more, I would say, difficult in variation how to get evidence, lower bound, the elbow is maximizer in training statement. Yeah, so if you see over here, the Cloud is giving us some more difficult and higher level questions in for the postgraduate level, because we have, you can see it has also included. This is also, you could see that in ChatGPT, in Perplexity, in Gemini, you'd see still it is okay. So this is something I think I'm not sure what is the problem here, but it is still giving us some more, normal questions like that. Gemini also, you could see it is giving us about Westerstein's GAN. WGAN is a type of GAN basically. So see, this is it is also here trying. So using the adding an additional word in the context, see how the difficulty, the bar of the difficulty has been raised from lower to higher, like that. So this is how the outputs are changed based on the kind of prompt we are seeing. Perfect. I think it's 51. We do have around 10 minutes from our normal session time. Okay. So I think that's it from the hands-on part. We'll just resume our presentation. Second. Okay. Okay. So before I just proceed ahead, so far so good for everybody. I mean, they were able. I mean, you were able to use this prompt to with different outputs for everybody like that. I could see some reactions. Yes, thank you. Yeah. Okay. Before just moving ahead, there was one question from Yagnesh Kumar Modi, sir. Yeah, you have mentioned about why the JSON page is visible as output. Yeah, so this is also something that is a little bit common when you are trying to use the prompt models. And what is happening in the background is Gemini is trying to create the quizzes in the form of outputs, in the question outputs. And it is so the JSON text that you are seeing is a way of explaining Gemini. It is sort of explaining itself that you need to have the question and answer in the JSON format, and you need to utilize that JSON structure in creating a UI. but due to some reason, and I'm not sure why, it is not converting that JSON structure into a UI part. That is why you are simply seeing a JSON structure, or either UI part or either into text part. So that is something that is happening. There may be some reason. I'm also not sure, but it happens in ChatGPT also. When you click on the explain part in ChatGPT, it will show you a code, a Python code or something else that is running in the background where ChatGPT is explaining itself what to do, and finally it is generating the output based on that reasoning. So that is something that happens when you're using the prompt tools like that, sir. Okay. I do have one question, which is the best out of ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, according to, and I think this question is from Dr. Swati as well and Ramesh sir as well. So, all right, okay. So, as per my knowledge, I'll just give you a quick answer to this. As per my knowledge, ChatGPT is one that is very much commonly used by all the, whether they are teachers, whether they are, I would say, the students, educators, the learners, the coders, programmers like that. We in the industry also, sometimes if you're stuck in somewhere, we use ChatGPT from our phones, not on laptops because because it is banned or the access to ChatGPT is banned on there. But yeah, but it is I would say you can use from phone. ChatGPT is very much common use. Yeah. Gemini is one thing because Gemini is mostly in Android phones. We see Gemini is pre-built. You can also use Gemini as well. So I would say you can juggle between. If you clearly want any answer in text with no formatting or nothing like that, you just need to copy paste. So you can go and use ChatGPT. But if you want more of a formatted output in your in base per requirement, you can go and try Gemini as well. Okay, I'll just answer this one question from Farheen ma'am about the free plagiarism. I think there are multiple free plagiarism tools. Turnitin is one, but I think that is paid. I am not sure about any free plagiarism checker, but anything that will come with any AI that is available online, either it will come with a cost or it will come with a constraints, or you can use only 3 to 5 or 7 times like that, or maybe you need to give certain credits to it, or maybe you can only paste output of 100 words, something like that. So yeah, or if you are having something which is completely free, so please mind that it is right or not. The answer will not be that much reliable because it is giving everything for free. So as of now in this world, nothing is for free, so you just need to verify your answers before just clearly relying on that particular output like that. Okay, moving ahead now. Okay, I'll take other questions as well in the ed. All right, so just now, since we are running out of time, we just quickly go through the remaining slides. I'll not take much of the time. I'll just go for faster because see, these are things I think you must have learned in the previous session as well. So yeah, prompt types and best practices. So your prompt types, you have instructional prompts, which you are basically to explain. You're giving information how to explain them to myself or to yourself, or how you want this particular thing to be explained to yourself like that. Then you are giving some analytical prompts. Then you are giving some creative prompts like that. Directly you are asking them to draft something. Some data prompts, you analyze data set for trends, something like that. You are giving comparison prompts. Apart from this, you also have role-based prompts, context-based prompts, few short prompts are also there. So these are some different strategies of prompts that you will find on this. And of course, from the best practices point of view, you need to be specific. You need to add, because it's not like you will get information on the first prompt itself. You need to continuously refine 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 10 times maybe to get an actual output that you want. Basically, it's not that you'll get it everything in one time. You need to change, tweak your prompts one year and then like finally get the outputs like that. Systematic prompt blocks reproducibility. You need to store somewhere that actually what made your prompt concise, from where you started and where you're using that prompt. So these iterative process actually called as prompt engineering, correct? Right? It's basically this is a iterative process. You need to as the model learns from the new prompts, you also learn that how we can give you good prompts like that. And of course, the very important step in any application for prompt engineering or hands-on on prompt, always verify AI outputs like that. As I said, when we are using that research, let me say that research topic, basically we are summarizing the research abstract. Myself, as I was the author of that paper, I would confirm that from the abstract point of view, the summarization was correct. But not every time you will get it. So you should also read the abstract for yourself, and then in case if you want to summarize it just for your copy paste or some other purposes, you can then verify that, okay, this is something very much matching with what I'm reading and understanding from the actual abstract like that. Moving ahead, this is also an example of prompt types. In instructional, you can direct the AI to perform specific tasks. Role-based contextual chain of thought is one of the different types of prompt which you can use to give a step-by-step instruction that how the problem should be divided into chunks and how those things will, the LLM will do that like that. So of course, this PPT will be shared with everybody, so you can take a look and at this particular slide as well and see that. Okay. Moving ahead, for the academic use cases, we see teaching, research, and administration. So for teaching, you can use the prompt tools for generating lecture outlines. We did generate the quizzes and rubrics also, the internal assessment matrix, the marks, how the marking scheme, the credit scheme that can be done. We can also use, the teachers can use this particular, I would say, the prompt tools for understanding some complex topics and how they can explain them in a simpler way. Like in case of matrices, we do have a concepts of inverse of matrix. We do have concept of single value decomposition. We have eigenvalues, eigenvectors, like that. So these are very much important topics in case of image processing, like that. We have convolutional neural networks. We have different filters. We have Kenny edges, Sobel edges. These are some very much, I would say, important topics from the image processing point of view. Just an example I'm taking. So and to understand it, how we can understand the eigenvalues, how we can understand the eigenvectors basically. So you can use this prompt tools to understand this, and how we can simply try to use this, try to make understand students, or how we can on a simplified way, simplify the inverse of the matrix, the cofactors, the minors, etc. We can do like that. And from the research perspective, you can generate the literature review summaries, you can draft the abstracts and paraphrase your abstracts, like that. You can do that, sir. Now define the administration. You can draft the policies, you can do the student feedback analysis, like the quizzes you have usually for the course feedback, and we do have some links, and students go and write their feedbacks like that, and you can just take those texts and you can give it to prompt that, okay, this is the entire bulk of the feedback, understand it and let me know that where is the students are lacking in understanding, what I can improve. Something we can do, you can do like that. This is how a student feedback analysis can do using the prompt tools. So moving ahead. Okay, so this is very much important and a very much talked about topic in today's world, when AI is trending everywhere, AI is being used everywhere, and this is one of the most important things to understand from the industry point of view as well. Not just academic, from the industry point of view, the ethical use of AI and academic integrity. So I'll just quickly read the points one by one and also explain what we are trying to say over here. AI as an assistant, not an author. Although AI is used for generating new information, we should not be someone who is, it should not be used as someone who is completely just writing the entire paper, and no one is proofreading that paper, no one is editing that paper, and no one is checking that paper, just to create a paper and submit it for publication. That is not a correct practice. It is not an ethical use. So it should be an assistant. If you're writing a paper by your hand, you can use it to sort of paraphrase it, sort of summarize it, or maybe try to take check an explanation. But you can always use AI as an assistant, not an author. That is one thing. Second, always cite when AI generated content is used. So usually, I think there was some question in a previous session as well. Someone has asked that what is the tool which we can try to check if the particular content is AI generated or not. So for that, Zero GPT is one tool that is used. Then Turnitin is also one thing which apart from plagiarization, it will also give you a detailed report of on which statement there is either AI generated statement or a AI paraphrased it, because Quillbot is also one software that we usually use for paraphrasing and summarization also. That is something which is also done. So you should also always mention that, okay, for this particular thing, you have used AI generated content like that. Avoid plagiarism and data leaks, of course, because since we are using the AI, and we just now saw that for each of the prompts, almost everybody got a similar results. So that is something that you need to tweak. And this is also saying, and data leaks is one thing that very much industry is concerned about. That is why in our projects we do not have AI access in industry, because any information or any part, let's say I'm trying to modify my code. If I copy paste the business code into that particular AI, it will go to that respective let's say ChatGPT OpenAI server. So OpenAI will have the access to my business code, which is a compliance issue, is a data breach. It's a very I would say a very big offense in that case. So one should avoid that. Encourage student transparency, as I mentioned. So students should be free to use the AI as well. But of course, as I mentioned, my take in previously, that one can use the AI to write 100 lines of code. That is fine. But one should also learn, a student should also have a talent to understand 1,000 lines of written code, what that code is doing, and if you want to change anything in the code, how you can change it like that. Then follow institutional AI usage guidelines. So as in previous session also, the previous speaker mentioned that government is going to draft an AI policy. So from the government perspective, from a particular institutional perspective, everybody has an AI policy, the use of AI policy like that. So one should always devote their tasks and operations where they are using the AI as per the policy and not overriding that. So all these things should be considered under the ethical use and to maintain the academic integrity while using those AI. Moving ahead to a slide where it says that how we can basically integrate the prompt tools into curriculum. So we can use the AI literacy modules like that. We can understand the AI, how we can use the AI to support the different research projects. Of course, using the AI, it is also now easy to explore those avenues in programming point of view, from the concept point of view, which were really hard to find in previous years. We can do that. We can also from to understand more to how to get more information from our perspective from the AI, we can introduce the prompt exercises where people and students and teachers also are learning properly to how to write good prompts to get good outputs like that. And we can also, of course, we can try to, have a comparison of how a manual output is there and how a human work and AI generated work is there, and then we can see that how much critical comparison you can do, where the AI generated thing is wrong, where the human work needs more improvement, something like that. We can do that. And of course, for continuous learning in the curriculum, we can have faculty workshops. We can just now currently we are having like the program that we are ATL program that we are having, the FD program that we are having, it is for continuous learning of the faculties. We can do the same for students like that, for educators, professors, etc. We can do this is how we can integrate those prompt tools into curriculum for the betterment of the students and the teachers as well. Finally, towards the challenges and limitations. So this is one thing that I usually observe. I think we are almost 6 minutes above the time. I'll not take more of the time. I'll just quickly go through the this. So we have biases in AI responses based on the prompt that you're giving. The responses can be biased from the AI. It can be inclined towards one. The balance, if you want a balanced response from the AI, your prompt should be balanced. It should give proper information. Then, of course, as I mentioned, AI should be an assistant, not an author. The dependency should not be that much on AI. Okay, you can use the AI for some sort of outputs like that, but it should not be completely dependent on that. Data privacy and IP concerns. IP concerns intellectual property. So if, as I mentioned, if I'm giving the code of a business that's deployed in a production system, I'm giving that to ChatGPT, it's an IP breach. It can lead to penalties for my organization like that. That is something that we need to protect the data for. Domain accuracy. If so, ChatGPT example is a very generalized model. So if you want to specifically, if you want to go for any financial domain or any automobile domain or any banking domain, or let's say research domain, so we do have that specific GPTs. Like I don't have those names of those domain specific GPTs or prompt tools at the back of my mind as of now, but you can go and research on the Google and check which domain specific the transformer, which domain specific prompt is available uh, for your requirement, like that. And rapid evolution. So we saw that GPT's evolution, starting from nothing, improving the scaling, then inducing text, then moving to image, video, and all those stuff. So AI world is evolving continuously. So we also need to sort of evolve, at least not if we I would not say have knowledge about all the AI tools out there, but at least have the knowledge of how to use the AI tools in tandem or in unison with how the features that particular AI tool is giving us. That is something that we need to learn. From the future tense perspective, so we can have personalized AI tutors for each student. So as I mentioned, personalized AI tutors is from the homework perspective, I would say, not from the faculty perspective, because that will directly just kill, or it will make the human faculty interaction. So personalized AI tutors is one point that we can give after as a homework or as an offline discussion when the students need to revise something, and when catering to all those students from a single faculty is not possible. So as an AI assistant to professor also is one thing that we can use it. We can use multimodal prompting where you can combine text, image, and video inputs, like that. As of now, we are combining a text and image. We are giving an image, and we are giving it the prompt tool that convert this image to, let's say, Ghibli art. It was trending some months back, like that. So you're giving an image, you're giving an instruction, like that. Remove the background, that's one thing. Remove the people around me, that's one thing. So these are some things that we already doing. And integration with learning management systems, there's Moodle, Blackboard, Google Classroom. Then I would say, I'm not aware, there can be more other learning management systems as well, which we can integrate using in this AI. And AI agents for academic research and grant writing, that is also something we can do. We can develop those assistants. We can use those AIs for academic research, where we are researching on the particular topics, where we are writing publications, where we are checking publications for proofreading, etc., and so stuff. Now, all right, so key takeaways for this session will be that, first of all, is prompt tools are improving the productivity. This is also in tandem with the statement. It is assisting you. It is not taking over you. It is not taking the expertise you have. It is assisting you. It is increasing your productivity. The amount of time you're dedicating for one task, you can dedicate the same amount of time for number of tasks. But the expertise is something that is from the human thing. Eventually, AI was created by humans, so it is not going to take over that thing, which is because you need humans to maintain AI as well, right? That's one thing. So the second takeaway that I would say from this session will be good prompting is better AI result. Always go for refined and good prompts. In fact, you can use these prompt tools to give good prompts to yourself. They generate good prompts to, like that, for yourself. And then you can try and create ethical and transparent use, builds trust, like that. You can. Yes, yeah, I understand that we're getting late. Okay, I'll just take one thing. And finally, faculty leadership is key to shaping responsible AI use as well. Yeah. So I think now we'll just quickly take some few questions. We are open for Q&A. Okay. So I won't take. We already passed. Then I'll just take 5 to 6 questions only. Can you? There's one question. Can you suggest a concluding remark or methodology to follow? All right. Okay, so to improve the prompting skills, sir, you can start as of now to always give a role, always give a little bit about the context, give proper constraints, the word limit, like that. And you can also specify the clearly task, create something, generate something, write something, like that. So if you start by this, then you can gradually go ahead and refine. You can try and tweaking the roles. You can try tweaking or adding some more words in context like that. So yeah, you can do that. That is one way you can do that. There were some questions previously. I'm just scrolling through the chat and checking if I find those questions. When you compare, there's one question from Ramesh sir. When you compare with paid version and non-paid version, is there a difference? Yes, sir. There is a very bigger difference here because paid versions are giving you access to much faster models, much deeper thinking models, which will give you more refined output. But to check the outputs for there, as of now, I don't have access to any paid models. But yeah, one thing is very much common that the number of the requests. They are usually in prompt tools, in AI tools, there's a limit for number of requests per day. That is also something that is not in the pro versions like that. So that is something that we can do. And there's the question how to do a post outcome mapping for NBA. I'm not sure, sir, what is NBA. If you can specify in the chat, I can take a look. I'm not sure what is NBA. I understand CO is a course outcome. What will be NBA? If you can specify in chat, I will take a look. There is okay. Let's take a look. If there is any, there was one question. I think. Let me check. Okay, all right. I think there are a number of chats.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. We are almost like 15 minutes up.
Okay. Then I think so. Then we'll close it.
Sorry. I mean, I understand we started a bit late, but actually, it's time. No, it's time up
problem.
almost.
No
Yeah.
problem. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we'll just quickly. This is the. Thank you everyone for being a part of this presentation. I am very much. I would say thanking everybody because everybody was active on the chat. They were giving the reactions as well. And yeah, this PPT will be shared from the organizing team to everybody of the participants. If there are any questions, there are any concerns, something, or you'd like to discuss something, I am always available. On my email is there and my number is there. So if you want to reach out to me, any case, I would say my experience is a little bit lesser, I would say, as compared to our senior members, participants. So if there's anything they would like to discuss something, I am always available. Please ping me, please email me. I will be happy to assist you in that case. With this, signing off, Hussain Amreliwala. Thank you. Have a good night. And thanks, Alfia, and thanks, Shaista ma'am, for making me part of this. I gladly appreciate the efforts you're taking for faculty development. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Hussain Amreliwala, sir, for such an insightful and engaging hands-on session on prompt tools. Your practical demonstrations and clear explanations have truly helped us understand how AI tools can be used efficiently and how we can effectively write a prompt to get the best results out of it. And on behalf of the entire organizing team and all the participants out there, we express our sincere gratitude for sharing your expertise and valuable time with us. Thank you so much once again, sir, for such an enriching session that has definitely added immense value to our FDP on AI in education. Thank you so much, everyone. We have already been sharing the feedback link continuously in the chat box for better assistance, and we have been trying our level best to reply to your chats as well. Thank you so much once again for all your cooperation. We hope that this was an informative session. Looking forward to meet you all tomorrow. Thank you so much for today. I think we can stop sharing the screen, sir, and we'll end up. Yeah. Thank you so much. Ma'am, shall we conclude the session? I mean, shall we close it?
Yes, Manas. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great evening ahead. Take care. Good night.